What's up, everybody? Love you guys. Michael Bowman with Bowman Legacies here. I wanted to talk to you really quick today about your job, where you're at, your career, and organizational culture. And sometimes we feel like that the culture of the organization we are in does not suit our beliefs and our heart and our soul. And so we find ourselves in a place where we feel like when we're going to work every day, we're doing something that's kind of against our own character or against our own morals, even though the company or the organization in and of itself is not doing anything illegal. You still feel like, hey, this does not fit my culture. Well, you've got a choice. Okay, you can be the change, which I always suggest. I'm going to tell you this to you every time, to everybody that I coach, to all my clients. I always tell them, be the change, be the light. Okay, be the thing that you want to see. Be that person who's willing to be there for others. Be that person who's willing to coach and properly train people for their job. Be that person who's going to show up every day, be the first one to go and the last one to leave. Those are things that haven't changed for a millennia. Okay, that's what employers are looking for, and you need to be the right employee even if you hate the job you're at. However, the choice that you have here, the crossroads that you're at is, do I fight for the change? Okay, you should always still be the change. That's not one of the two things. You should always be the change that you want to see. However, do you stay and fight for the change, or do you move on? I will tell you, when you have an organization that you aren't the one making the decisions, you aren't the one who is president, CEO, CFO, and the organization you're in right now is culturally bankrupt, you have a long road to hoe ahead of you if you're going to make the change happen and you're going to fight for change within the organization that you are at. I'm just being completely honest with you here. This is by far one of the hardest things for you to do because you already have a rooted, established culture. And if leadership wanted it to be any other way, I'm telling you, it would be some other way. There's that old adage, every team is only as good as their coach, right? So the head is what controls the direction of that organization. And so those bad cultural things or those negative cultural things to you is something that, yes, leadership may not be aware of, okay? But it also may be something that they're aware of and they don't care, because you have to understand that culture is subjective. What you may hate culturally in the organization you're working for right now, I'm here to tell you someone else loves it. They love coming to work every day. This is the place they hope to work the rest of their lives. And even though that's almost impossible for you to see, it's true for them. So culture and good culture, bad culture is subjective. Anyone that's going to tell you, hey, this is the key factors for a good culture is full of garbage. They're lying to you because it's all subjective about what the leadership actually wants. Yes, I can tell you all the things that leaders need to be doing to make a good work culture for people, but those are all what I desire for a work culture. So here's the second thing that you can do. The second thing that you can do is start networking like your life depends on it, and start doing your own research. So often we take jobs and we take positions because, oh man, that's the job I've always wanted. That's the position I've always wanted. Oh my gosh, I've got it. And then you just jump on it like a grenade. The problem with that is if you're not doing your due diligence to find out what the existing culture of that organization is, you're in for some surprises when you get there. And that's really hurtful for you. So what a lot of organizations are doing now is hiring for culture, and they're taking a lot longer to hire. This is what you need to do in your job search. You need to start seeking for culture. You need to define what it is and what the culture is that you desire of a place that you would like to work at for the rest of your life. And I know that sounds a little bit naive and dreamy, but you need to map it out in that way because some things maybe not be there, but when you have 3/4 of the things that are there in an organization, that helps direct you between that all or nothing mentality. And then as you're networking, continue to talk to employees that are at organizations that you are applying for. Look them up on LinkedIn. Find out who works there. Start to network. Start to learn and start to understand what you desire for that ultimate culture. Now, here's the other thing I want to tell you. Not every organization that you're going to work for is going to map out all your hopes and dreams and your desires. Because if that was true, I would play Red Dead Redemption, working for a living full time, and I would just, be on vacation and go mountain climbing every day. That would be my job, okay? Red Dead Redemption and going backpacking. That would be the ultimate job for me. So not every job is going to just, lay over and give you everything that you want. So the biggest thing that I suggest out of this whole thing holistically is for you to grow you. That's one of the biggest things, because when you grow you, you're able to look beyond certain things and understand why certain cultures exist. And then you can be a little more seasoned in life, and things aren't going to upset you so bad when the apple cart gets turned over. Because frankly, when you're working, there are days that are going to be tough. No matter if you're working at that backpacking Red Dead Redemption job, there's still going to be bad days. And you have got to take the good with the bad. You can't always live on these emotional highs and live for them, okay? You have to have some resemblance of this in your life, not this, right? And so I encourage you, because in doing this, in growing you and becoming more seasoned in life, what you're going to find when it comes to getting a job and those ups and downs in jobs, ups and downs in relationships, you're able to handle them and weather them a lot better instead of being so reactionary. And then as an employee or as a spouse or as a boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever you want to call that, you are also able to look ahead and realize when things are coming down that can be mitigated or avoided. So now, instead of being reactive to everything, you are extremely proactive to everything. And still, there's going to be that one thing that sneaks in that you didn't see coming. But as you season yourself, you will be able to get through it. I know this one was kind of long, but I think that it's important because so many people today are unhappy at their jobs. Look, I get it. I understand that. But keep going, keep moving forward, keep growing you, and keep building a legacy that will far surpass your legend.